Welcome to It Was All a Dram. As always, I'm Jason. Let's drink some whiskey. Today on the show, I'm going to do a rundown of the Dewars Cask Series. The Cask Series is 8-year-old blended scotch, finished in different casks. So this year's series is made up of the Japanese Smooth, aged 8 years and then finished in Mizunara oak, the Caribbean Smooth, aged 8 years and then finished in Caribbean rum casks, and the French Smooth, which is aged 8 years and then finished in French apple spirit casks. So I figured this is a good way, number one, to look at the different impacts of different cask finishes. And also, I think with the holidays coming up, all of these bottles are $40 Canadian. I think you get them for about $25, $30 American. So if you were maybe going to a party and you want to bring a bottle with you, something different, it's probably a great option if they're any good. So that's what we're here to find out. Are they good and how do they compare to each other? All right, so we'll start with the Japanese Smooth, Mizunara oak. I get baked apples, maybe toast. It's a very mellow nose. It's not very strong. Let's try the palate. It's fairly sweet, has a little bit of a minty taste to it. Grainy, sort of like what you would get in maybe like an Irish whiskey. That sort of minty, sweet graininess. It's fairly plain. It's not very complex. I feel like there's a hint of smoke on the finish. Let's try the Caribbean Smooth. All right, so this is finished up to 6 months in Caribbean rum casks. Okay, this smells a little more, it smells peaty almost. I'm getting a little bit of peat smoke, some sweet fruits. It's not as balanced as I'd like it to be, if I'm being honest. It's definitely smoky on the palate. It definitely has like sort of rum influence, like it's a deeper, more tropical kind of fruit note. And definitely it has like a waft of smokiness to it. I think for me, I maybe prefer that. I'm not positive. All right, let's try the French Smooth. Okay, that smells very different than the other two. They all smell very distinct. For the record, they don't smell the same at all. Still, it's a light nose. It's candied. This is a very, very soft nose. It's very mellow. It's light sweetness. Let's try the palate. There's something to it. It's like a gluey, like kindergarten glue. I don't know. Now on the finish, I'm getting baked apples. We'll try one more round, and I'll see if I can't give these a grade. On the nose, with the Japanese Smooth, I'm definitely getting toast. It's a little buttery. Maybe a soft hint of smoke. And some deep orchard fruits, like some red apples. Fairly typical profile for a blended scotch. On the palate, I get sugar, I get slight smoke, I get like a toasted oak sort of finish, and like I say, I get that mintiness sort of that you would get out of an Irish whiskey. All right, second one, Caribbean Smooth. Much heavier on the nose with the smoke. Yeah, mostly I get sugar and smoke. Maybe a little bit of pears or apples, orchard fruits, indistinct. The palate, still get the sweetness, tropical fruits like a banana sweetness. There's a little bit of umami or meaty flavorness to it, salty, and slight oak. A lot of flavor in that 40% for the Caribbean Smooth. And the French Smooth. This one's the toughest to pick up on the nose for me. Mostly I just get apples and alcohol. It's mellow on the nose. It's very soft. A little bit of fruit, a little bit of sugar. It's not very complex, not much happening. On the palate, Getting a little bit of apple juice, getting some maybe ginger, definitely some ginger. Soft. The mouthfeel, it seems thinner than the other two. I would say the Caribbean Smooths taste the thickest. This is fairly thin. Yeah, it's definitely a subtle ginger, sugar, and apples. If I had to pick, I don't know. I'd say probably my favorite is the Caribbean Smooth. Let's try one more round. All right, so if I was ranking them, I'd say for my personal taste, Caribbean Smooths, Japanese Smooths, French Smooths. Um, I don't know that any of them would get an 80. They're probably all in the 77, 78, 79 range. Um, so yeah, we'll go 77, 77, 78. Well, that's the show, guys. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. As always, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested, actually, I believe they sell this exact set, but in bigger bottles. So like half bottles, 375 milliliters. I think you get it for $50 Canadian. If you wanted to yourself try the flight and compare the cask influences on the whiskey, or as a gift for someone who wants to do that. Or like I say, each of the bottles is about $40 Canadian. It's pretty good bang for your buck. Anyway, don't forget to smash the like button. Leave a comment down below. Tell your friends about the channel. Share the video. And don't forget to tune in next time. Until then, cheers.